hearing SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM, we heard that they were going to give Ganga water to those who died, 5 sons of Draupadi. Ladies, they walked in front, having lamented over them and sufficiently offered Ganges water, they bathed in the Ganges, whose water is sanctified due to being mixed with the dust of the lotus feet of the Lord. There sat the king of the Kurus, Maharaj Yudhishthir, along with his younger brothers and Dhritarashtra, Gandhari, Kunti and Draupadi, all overwhelmed with grief. Lord Krishna was also there. Citing the stringent laws of the Almighty and their reactions upon living beings, Lord Shri Krishna and the Munis began to pacify those who were shocked and affected. By the way of knowledge of karma. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction, and that reaction result is given by Supreme Lord. No one can change that, and it is for our own good. One who can see like this, he can be peaceful. Otherwise, if we complain, then we can never be peaceful or happy, because we have some separate desire. It is not universal good. So the Lord pacified them on the basis of knowledge. Sadhaitva jata shatro swam rajyam kitaver hritam ghatayitva satoragya kacha sparsha kshata yusha. The clever Duryodhan and his party cunningly usurped the kingdom of Yudhishthir, who had no enemy. By the grace of the Lord, the recovery was executed, and the unscrupulous kings who joined with Duryodhan were killed by him, means Krishna. Others also died, their duration of life having decreased for the rough handling of the hair of Queen Draupadi. So ultimately everyone gets the fruit of their action. If they are bad, you will get bad result. They tried cunningly, but ultimately they lost everything. So cheating does not work, because nature will balance everything. It's Krishna. Ya ja yitva shvamedhaistam tribir uttama kalpakai tat yashah pavanam dikshu shata manyor ivatanot. Lord Shri Krishna caused 3 well-performed Ashwamedha Yagyas, or sacrifices, to be conducted by Maharaj Yudhishthir, and thus caused his virtuous fame to be glorified in all directions, like that of Indra, who had performed 100 such sacrifices. Amantriya Pandu Putram Scha Shaine Yodhava Samyutaha Dvei Payanadibih Vipre Pujiteh Prati Pujitah. Lord Shri Krishna then prepared for his departure. He invited the sons of Pandu after having been worshipped by the Brahmanas, headed by Srila Vyasadeva. The Lord also reciprocated greetings. Gantum Kritamatir Brahman Dvarakam Ratam Astitaha Upalebhe Bhidhavantim Uttaram Bhaya Vihvalam. As soon as he, means Krishna, seated himself on the chariot to start for Dwaraka, he saw Uttara hurrying toward him in fear. Uttarovach Pahi Pahi Mahajogin Deva Deva Jagatpate Nanyam Tvat Abhayam Pasya Yatra Mrityu Parasparam. Uttara said, O Lord of Lords, Lord of the universe, you are the greatest of mystics. Please protect me, for there is no one else who can save me from the clutches of death in this world of duality. Uttara is the mother of Parikshit Maharaj. So she knows only Krishna can protect. Abhidravati mam isha sharastaptayaso vibho kamam dahatu mam nato ma me garbo nipatyatam. O my Lord, you are all powerful. A fiery iron arrow is coming towards me fast. My Lord, let it burn me personally if you so desire, but please do not let it burn and abort my embryo. Please do me this favor, my Lord. Here it is commented. This incident took place after the death of Abhimanyu, the husband of Uttara. Abhimanyu's widow, Uttara, should have followed the path of her husband, but because she was pregnant and Maharaj Parikshit, a great devotee of the Lord, was lying in the embryo, she was responsible for his protection. The mother of a child has a great responsibility in giving all protection to the child, and therefore Uttara was not ashamed to express this frankly before Lord Krishna. Uttara was a daughter of a great king, the wife of a great hero, and student of a great devotee, and later she was the mother of good king also. She was fortunate in every respect. Suta Uvach Upadharya Vachas Tasya Bhagavan Bhaktavatsala Apandavam Idam Kartum Drauner Astram Abudhyata. Suta Goswami said, having patiently heard her words, Lord Shri Krishna, who is always very affectionate to his devotees, could at once understand that Ashwatthama, the son of Dronacharya, had thrown the Brahmastra to finish the last life in the Pandava family. Tarhyevata Muni Shrestha Pandavah Pancha Shayakan Atmano Bhimukhan Diptan Alakshya Strani Upadadu. O foremost among the great thinkers, that is Shonaka, seeing the glaring Brahmastra proceeding towards them, the Pandavas took up their 5 respective weapons. The Brahmastras, as I told at that time in commentary, the Brahmastras are finer than the nuclear weapons. Ashwatthama discharged the Brahmastra simply to kill the Pandavas, namely the 5 brothers headed by Maharaj Yudhishthir and their only grandson, who was lying within the womb of Uttara. Therefore, the Brahmastra, more effective and finer than the atomic weapons, was not as blind as the atomic bombs. When the atomic bombs are discharged, they do not discriminate between the target and others. Mainly, the atomic bombs do harm to the innocent because there is no control. The Brahmastra is not like that. It marks out the target and proceeds accordingly without harming the innocent. Vyasanam vikshya tat tesham ananya vishayatmanam sudarshanena swastrena swanam raksham vyadhat vibhu. The Almighty Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, having observed that a great danger was befalling his unalloyed devotees, who were fully surrendered souls, at once took up his Sudarshan disc to protect them. Antah stah sarva bhutanam atma yogeshwaro hari swamaya yavrinot garbham vairatyah kuru tantave. The Lord of Supreme Mysticism, Sri Krishna, resides within everyone's heart as the Paramatma. As such, just to protect the progeny of the Kuru dynasty, he covered the embryo of Uttara by his personal energy. Jadyapi astram brahmashiras tvamogham chapratikriyam Vaishnavam teja asadya samashamyat brigu dvaha. O Shaunaka, although the supreme Brahmastra weapon released by Ashwatthama was irresistible and without check or counteraction, it was neutralized and foiled when confronted by the strength of Vishnu, means Lord Krishna. So before, Arjuna had to throw his own Brahmastra under the guidance of Krishna, but here directly it was neutralized and foiled by Lord Krishna by his own energy. That is to say, he did not wait for any other's help because he is absolute. That is why he is the only protector. If someone takes shelter of him sincerely, then Krishna will protect him because he is omnipotent. Ma mamsta hyetat ascharjam sarvascharya maya chute ya idam maya devya srijati avati hantyaja. O Brahmanas, do not think this to be especially wonderful in the activities of the mysterious and infallible Personality of Godhead. By his own transcendental energy, he maintains and annihilates all material things, although he himself is unborn. He is the only maintainer. Without his will, no one can get anything or produce anything, nothing. So those who are surrendered to Krishna and doing what he desires, they have no fear. Brahma tejo vinir mukteir atma jai saha krishnaya prayana bhimukham krishnam idam aha pritha sati. Thus saved from the radiation of the Brahmastra, Kunti, the chaste devotee of the Lord, and her 5 sons, and Draupadi addressed Lord Krishna as he started for home. Kunti is mother of Pandavas and Draupadi is wife Kunti Uvach. Namasya Purusham Tvadyam Ishwaram Prakrite Param Alakshyam Sarva Bhutanam Antar Bahir Avastitam. Srimati Kunti said, O Krishna, I offer my obeisances unto you because you are the original personality and are unaffected by the qualities of the material world. You are existing both within and without everything, yet you are invisible to all. Only pure devotees, they can see him. Maya Javani Kachanam Agya Dhokshajam Avyayam Nalakshya Se Mudadrisha Nato Natyadharo Yatha. Being beyond the range of limited sense perception, you are the eternally irreproachable factor, covered by the curtain of deluding energy. You are invisible to the foolish observer, exactly as an actor dressed as a player is not recognized. Tatha Paramahangsanam Muninam Amalatmanam Bhakti Yoga Vidhanartham Katham Pashema Histriya. You yourself descend to propagate the transcendental science of devotional service unto the hearts of the advanced transcendentalists and mental speculators who are purified by being able to discriminate between matter and spirit. How then can we women know you perfectly? Here, advanced transcendentalists and Gyanis, when they come to that platform, Bahunam Janmanam Ante Gyanam Prapadete, then they can know about Supreme Lord through Bhakti Yoga. He is noble only by one who has his mercy. The Lord is so kind that he does not show special favor only to one who is a great philosopher. He knows the sincerity of purpose. For this reason only, women generally assemble in great number in any sort of religious function you can see in India. In every country and in every sect of religion, it appears that the women are more interested than the men. This simplicity of acceptance of the Lord's authority is more effective than showy, insincere religious fervor. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devakinandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Let me therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto the Lord, who has become the son of Vasudeva, the pleasure of Devaki, the boy of Nanda, and the other cowherd men of Vrindavan, and the enlivener of the cows and the senses. That is Govinda. Namah Pankajanabhaya, Namah Pankajamaline, Namah Pankajanetraya, Namaste Pankajangraye. My respectful obeisances are unto you, O Lord, whose abdomen is marked with a depression like a lotus flower, who are always decorated with garlands of lotus flowers, whose glance is as cool as the lotus, and whose feet are engraved with lotuses. Yata Hrishikesha Kalena Devaki Kangsena Rudhati Chiram Shucharpita Vimochitaham Cha Sahatmaja Vibho Tvayaiva natena muhur vipad ganat. O Hrishikesh, master of the senses and Lord of Lords, you have released your mother Devaki, who was long imprisoned and distressed by the envious King Kamsa, and me and my children from a series of constant dangers. Vishan Mahagneh Purushada Darshanat Asat Sabhayavana Vasa Krichrataha Mride Neka Maharatha Strato Droni Astrataschasma Hare Virakshitaha. My dear Krishna, your lordship has protected us from a poisoned cake. Durjodhan, from a great fire. Also, all these problems were there in Mahabharata. From cannibals, from the vicious assembly, from sufferings during our exile in the forest, and from the battle where great generals fought. And now you have saved us from the weapon of Ashwatthama. Duryodhana and his party, they did all this. They tried to kill them many times, but Krishna always protected, now also from Brahmastra. Vipadach santutach shashvat tatra jagat guru bhavato darshanam yat syat apunar bhava darshanam. I wish that all those calamities would happen again and again, so that we could see you again and again. For seeing you means that we will no longer see repeated births and deaths. One can be liberated by getting darshan of Krishna, but there in Vedanta Sutra it is explained this darshan is also of two types. By some previous piety, one will see Krishna when he's moving in this world, or see deity, or like this. From that, he will not be liberated, but will get some elevation, material elevation. But if someone sees with affection, with surrender, then he will get liberation with knowledge. And also demons, when they are killed by Krishna, when they get love for him in their Atma after being killed by him and rescued from that aversion, then they are also liberated because they see him with that transcendental vision. So Kunti knows, so that is why she is praying, not because she wants to suffer or because she is like not freed from karma and like this, but because she wants to see Krishna with devotion. That is her target. So whatever is necessary, devotees, they are ready to accept. Janmaishwarya Shruta Shribhir Edhamana Madah Puman Nevarhati Abhidhatum Vai Tvam Akinchana Gocharam. My Lord, your lordship can easily be approached, but only by those who are materially exhausted. One who is on the path of material progress, trying to improve himself with respectable parentage, great opulence, high education and bodily beauty, cannot approach you with sincere feeling. They have some other desires. So they are not interested to worship Krishna this also happened when Chitraketu Maharaj desired son. Angira Rishi wanted to give him Brahma Gyan, means knowledge of Krishna, but could not because king was so much absorbed in that desire. So then he had to fulfill him that desire so that he will get experience of the fact about that thing. Not that he wants to entangle him in material things, but he understood that by experience only he will be able to understand that this is not something required for us to be happy. Today, everyone is saying Happy New Year. Chitraketu Maharaj thought, I can be happy only if I can get a son. He had so much opulence and 10 million or many wives, everything. But he was unhappy and he thought, I can be happy only if I have a son. Then Angira Rishi, he told, you will get a son. I'm giving that blessing, but this son will give you happiness and also distress. Because that is material thing, temporary. So he told him, this is the fact. It is not only one side, it is both. So king thought, okay, I will be happy because I will get a son. That is my happiness. And maybe he will not be so good at school, so I will be a little unhappy, but okay. So he never thought he will die, but the fact is fact. So he died, you know, and then Chitraketu Maharaj was lamenting so much. We will come to that topic. So much he was lamenting. Again, Angira Rishi and Narad came, and so much he was in that lamenting, he could not even recognize who is Angira Rishi. He was totally blind. Like when you are angry, you are blind. When you are lusty, you are blind. When you are in sadness or fear or all these things, you are blind. That is why in Shastra it is said, if someone is in these states of consciousness or hungry or in hurry or thirsty, you should not teach him Dharma, Shastra, because he is unable to accept. He is totally preoccupied with other things. That is why also Suniti mother said to Dhruva, you have to give up this anger. Otherwise you cannot worship Supreme Lord. So then he told, I am that same Angira Rishi. I wanted to give you Brahma Gyan, but you were not ready. So now you got experience, but still he was lamenting so much. And Angira Rishi requested, Narad, you please give him mantra to the king. Then Narad saw, now it is not proper time, because he is so much in that lamentation that he will not be able to sincerely practice that mantra. That has to be removed first. So then he called that Jiva, and that Jiva spoke the truth about karma and everything, and eternality of the soul. Then when Chitraketu Maharaj got that knowledge and gave up that lamentation and that desire, then he was fit to receive mantra. Otherwise he will not be doing for Krishna. That is why it is forbidden for a guru to give mantra or harinam to someone who has not awakened faith in Krishna. By serving him, you serve all. As long as so many other targets are there in life, desires, he will not be able to worship, only he will misuse that. So Guru should not do that, otherwise he commits offense. Giving some valuable jewel to the monkey who will throw it, or swines, they will trample on it. So that is not proper. So here also Kunti says, you can be approached easily, but not by those who want to improve their material things. It is not possible. Even devotion we should not do for our material improvement, for name and fame, for money, for followers like this. That is not devotion then. So this, they cannot approach you with sincere feeling, means to serve Krishna, not for their own self-interest. So Guru, bona fide Guru, has to see first, has to examine the aspirant. What is in his heart? Someone may have weakness of bad habits and ignorance and like this, but if real Shraddha is awakened, then by practicing that mantra, he will gradually be able to remove those things. That Guru also can see. But if someone is directly wanting some other desires, then he will not. But in the case of Dhruva, he accepted what Mother Suniti told, and Narad also understood he will worship, and by worshipping Krishna, he will lose all those desires. Because he had faith and was also ready to follow the process as it is. Namo kinchana vitaya nivrita guna vritaye atmaramaya shantaya kaivalya pataye namaha. My obeisances are unto you, who are the property of the materially impoverished. You have nothing to do with the actions and reactions of the material modes of nature. You are self-satisfied, and therefore you are the most gentle and are master of the monists. I forgot why I was speaking that topic, because everyone's saying Happy New Year. But what is happiness? That we have to understand. Chitraketu thought, if I will get sun, then I can be happy. But that is not a fact. Any material improvement will not give us happiness. Hiranyakashipu got 3 worlds. He was not happy. He started to drink alcohol. Why? If he's happy, why then drinking alcohol? Demons, Yudhishthir Maharaj, he also asked Narad, I have everything. I have king, I'm king, kingdom so big, I have everything, but I'm not happy. Why? Then Narad said, because these are the Atma is Sukha Swarup. Atma is the nature or form of happiness. And Paramatma is absolute happiness. We have all this, Vyasadeva was unhappy, all that Sobari Rishi, he married 50 daughters of Mandata, and with all opulence he was enjoying for much time, but he was unhappy. King Jajati, for 1000 years, with his wife, Devayani. They were enjoying with full opulence, no limit to enjoyment, but he was not happy. So we are saying Happy New Year and wishing, yes, you go this happy. We understand happiness means getting some material enjoyment. That is happiness. But it can never happen. Happiness for a jiva is only sincere service of Krishna. If one can accept the service of Krishna, then he can be happy. Because that is our constitutional position. So when we wish Happy New Year, we should know that we should pray to Krishna to give us his service, and also wish for others they should get devotion to Krishna. Then that will actually be happy. Otherwise it is impossible. That is not actual happiness. See what kind of prayer Kunti. She's a lady, but she's giving realized knowledge. Manyatvam kalam ishanam anadi nidhanam vibhum samam charantam sarvatra bhutanam yan mitah kalih. My Lord, I consider your Lordship to be eternal time, the supreme controller, without beginning and end, the all-pervasive one. In distributing your mercy, you are equal to everyone. The dissensions between living beings are due to social intercourse. Krishna says in Gita, I have no friend, no enemy. I'm equal to all. Like sun is giving light to all, he's not saying I will give to Indians but not to Americans or Chinese, their enemy. No, he's giving sunlight to all. Like that, Krishna is all merciful. He's not discriminating. Whoever will open his eyes and receive that sun, he will get. That topic is there in Vedanta Sutra, that who can realize God? Only one whom he will choose. He has to reveal himself, he has to choose. Then the question is, this is randomly happening or how? No. It is, he is choosing to reveal himself to surrendered souls. Because already in Shastra he told those who will surrender to me, I will reveal myself to them. So surrender means to act according to his will. How he prescribed, surrender to him, service to him. If we accept that, then we can get anyone. So it depends on our surrender. He is already all merciful to all. Sometimes we complain, yes, he gave mercy to others, but not giving mercy to me. That is false. That is not true. If I would do as Dhruva did, I would get same result. Or as Haridas Thakur did, or those who completely surrender to Krishna, then they get result. I will also get. Krishna is not choosing. He is saying, whoever will surrender, in Gita also say, whoever, lady, low-born, or anyone, even animal, or whoever, if he will surrender to me, I will bless him. The dissensions between living beings are due to social intercourse. Here, this destiny is made by the living beings in course of social intercourse. Everyone here wants to lord it over the material nature, and thus everyone creates his own destiny under the supervision of the Lord. He is all-pervading, and therefore he can see everyone's activities. And he is the giver of fruit without mistake. So the problem is, all these quarrels and all these things is due to our false ego and false desires emerging from false ego. I'm enjoyer, I'm proprietor, so because of this it is happening. But if Jiva understands that Supreme Lord is proprietor, I'm his servant, all are his servant, then he is in peace. Even in the midst of very hostile environment like Prahlad, he will be in peace. Or Haridas Thakur like this. I have to rectify myself, not the environment. I cannot change the environment, that can never happen. But I have to rectify myself. Then I can solve the problem, not by trying to change the environment. Naveda kaschid bhagavam chikirshitam tave hamanasya nrinam vidambanam nayasya kaschid daitosti karhichit dveshyascha yasmin vishama matir nrinam. O Lord, no one can understand your transcendental pastimes, which appear to be human and so are misleading. We mistake it is like a human. It is not. You have no specific object of favor, nor do you have any object of envy. People only imagine that you are partial. He is never partial. He is equal to all. He is giving the same fruits to all, to same actions. So whoever will submit to him will get him. He is not partial. Janma karma cha vishvatman ajasya kartur atmana tiryan rishishu yadaksu tat anyanta vidambanam. Of course it is bewildering, O soul of the universe, that you work, though you are inactive, and that you take birth, though you are the vital force and the unborn. He is inactive, he is not doing any worldly karma, but he is doing his lila, his acting. And he also enacts the pastime of taking birth, not under the influence of karma as conditioned souls. And if he would take birth at this period of time, then before that he was not existing, and others were already existing, but that is not true because he is the vital force. He is the living energy of all. All jivas are getting their living force from him. He is the source of all jivas and everything. And you are unborn, means he is not, he is eternal, never born like that before he was not existing, but he is doing pastime of being born. You yourself descend amongst animals, men, sages, and aquatics. Verily, this is bewildering, as different avatars, according to the consciousness of the jivas, he is appearing so that they can relate to him. Animals, that is Kurma and Matsya, men, sages, aquatics, that is Matsya. Piadade tvai kritagasi damatavat yate dashashru kalilanjana sambramaksham vaktram ninya bhaya bhavanaya stitasya samam vimohayati bhir apiyad vipeti. My dear Krishna, Yashoda took up a rope to bind you when you committed an offense, and your perturbed eyes overflooded with tears, which washed the mascara from your eyes. Mascara. And you were afraid. Though fear personified is afraid of you, this sight is bewildering to me, because that is his lila, Braja lila, like human he's doing, not as God. That is why afraid and this. So that love is not restricted. If there is knowledge of God, like God, that opulence, Godhood, then love is restricted. So in Brajadham, that is transcendental, it is not material, but there is no Aishwarya mood, so that love is unrestricted. Intimately they can serve him. Jashoda is beating him, all this, for his service. Kechit ahur ajam jatam punya shlokasya kirtaye yadoh priyasyan vavaye priyasyanvavaye malayasyeva chandanam. Some say that the unborn is born for the glorification of pious kings, and others say that he is born to please King Yadu, one of your dearest devotees. You appear in his family as sandalwood appears in the Malaya hills. Here, Sami Maharaj is saying, when the ruler is impious, the people are unhappy. In the age of Kali, in most cases the rulers are impious, and therefore the citizens are also continuously unhappy. He is just like the sandalwood that grows in the Malaya hills. Trees can grow anywhere and everywhere, yet because the sandalwood trees grow mostly in the area of Malaya hills, the name sandalwood and the Malaya hills are interrelated. Therefore, the conclusion is that the Lord is ever unborn like the sun, and yet he appears as the sun rises on the eastern horizon. As the sun is never the sun of the eastern horizon, so the Lord is no one's son, but he is the father of everything that be. He is blessing eastern side, sun, when he rises, and Krishna is blessing Devaki and the Vasudev to become his parents as a lila, or Nanda Maharaj and Jashoda. Not that they produce him. Apare Vasudevasya Devakyam Yachito Bhyagat Ajastam Asya Kshemaya Vadhaya Chasura Dvisham. Others say that since both Vasudev and Devaki prayed for you, you have taken your birth as their son. Undoubtedly you are unborn, yet you take your birth for their welfare, and to kill those who are envious of the demigods. Bharavatara nayanye bhuvo nava ivo dadho Siddhantya bhuri bharena jato hyatma bhuvarthitaha. Others say that the world, being overburdened like a boat at sea, is much aggrieved, and that Brahma, who is your son, prayed for you, and so you have appeared to diminish the trouble. Bhavesmin klishya mananam avidya kama karmabhi shravana smaranarhani karishyan iti kechana. And yet others say that you appeared to rejuvenate the devotional service of hearing, remembering, worshipping, and so on, in order that the conditioned souls suffering from material pangs might take advantage and gain liberation. Maybe one more verse I will say. Shrinvanti gayanti grinanti abhikshnashaha smaranti nandanti tavehi tam jana ta eva pashyantya tavakam bhava pravaho paramam padambujam. O Krishna, those who continuously hear, chant, and repeat your transcendental activities, or take pleasure in others doing so, certainly see your lotus feet, which alone can stop the repetition of birth and death. So this we have to do. We have to hear about Krishna and speak about Krishna. Then automatically remembrance of Krishna will come. And when you are remembering, then there can be no miseries anymore, and all bliss is attained, because Krishna is all bliss. So if someone wants to be happy, not only in 1 year, next new year, but forever, permanently, then he has to take this process of hearing about Krishna from bona fide source and chant what he has heard. Then he can be happy permanently. Tomorrow we will hear further.